From a German blueprint to AI-fueled empires, three movements that rewired factories, geopolitics, and fortunes. Inside Industry 4.0. Europe to Asia, the arc begins. Foundations, from steam power to globally synchronized grids. Birmingham, Bolton and Watt, a tiny works that taught Europe how to bottle power. A Watt beam engine heaves, iron lungs turning pumps into rotary muscle for factories. Birmingham's lesson, steam escapes the mine, spins shafts, and births the modern shop floor. A steaming textile hall fills the frame, belts, shafts, and rows of humming frames. 1760s to 1780s, Europe. Factory time replaces craft time. Hierarchy hardens. Output climbs. Berlin, Siemens. Electricity meets industry and rewires Europe's ambitions. A dynamo motor pair gleams. Modular power drops onto any machine, anywhere. Bright Berlin floors, discrete motors, safety jumps, layouts flex, shifts accelerate. AC substation, 1891. Distance gets cheap, cities glow. Industry unhooks from rivers. Pittsburgh, Westinghouse, engineering the backbone of America's alternating current age. Oil-cooled transformers cradle the grid. Quiet giants stepping voltage across continents. 1890s, North America. Tesla and Westinghouse carry AC. Edison yields. Scale wins. Detroit, Ford. The car becomes a product. The factory becomes a system. A naked Model T chassis slides by, parts converge with drumbeat regularity. Highland Park's moving line. Time slices, tasks shrink, throughput explodes. Detroit's $5 day. Wages up, turnover down, workers become customers. Flint, General Motors. A different play. Portfolios and platforms, not just plants. Buick, Cadillac, Olds, Chevrolet. Sloan's roll-up constructs a laddered market. 1910s, output multiplies, buffers swell, monotony and safety tensions rise. Toyota City, Toyota. A factory that teaches machines to stop for quality. The Toyota AA takes shape. Steady flow, tight tolerances, calm cadence. Jidoka, pull the cord, fix at source, protect downstream time. Hamamatsu, Honda. Kaizen on 2 wheels before it conquers 4. Post-war Honda motorcycle, light, reliable, built by learning every shift. 1948 to 1957, Japan. Quality circles share data. Defects become teachers. Just in time. Tact pulls parts. Kanban exposes bottlenecks, not excuses. Andon boards glow. Problems broadcast. Teams swarm. Learning compounds. Kanban cards and bins, simple signals orchestrating complex supply. 1973 to 1975. Oil shocks reward lean. Setups fall, batches shrink, quality sticks. Murray Hill, Bell Labs, where the solid-state future is coaxed from silence. A point contact transistor, tiny switch, massive epoch shift. Mountain View, Fairchild, the planar path to chips in the valley. An integrated circuit die, thousands of parts squeezed into sand. Armonk, IBM, business meets big iron and standardized software. System/360 Bayes hum, one architecture, many shapes, enterprise scale control. 1950s to 1960s. PLCs replace relay spaghetti, precision and repeatability soar. Cupertino, Apple. Personal computing sneaks from hobby to habit. Apple II, plastic beige, bright pixels, Spreadsheets invade the shop. IBM PC 5150, open enough to spread, sturdy enough for work. 1970s to 1980s, islands of automation, batch uploads, paper logs, no real time. Waldorf, SAP, the back office finally sees the factory. SAP R3 dashboards, materials, money, manufacturing share a single ledger. Redwood Shores, Oracle. Databases become the firm's memory. Oracle ERP. Orders, BOMs, and bookings align across sites. Seattle, AWS. Rent servers like sockets, scale on demand. EC2 console. Spin up compute, spin down costs. iPhone, 2007. Pocket glass that normalizes always-on connectivity. Internet users surge through the 2000s. Billions online, latency falling, expectations rising. 2011, Germany. Industry 4.0 named it Hanover. Horizontal, vertical, end-to-end. Munich, Siemens. The champion of electrics turns to data. Bavaria's Play. Somatic controls fused with lifecycle software for closed-loop value. Stuttgart, Bosch. Sensors, software, and shop floors under one badge. Baden-Württemberg becomes the test bed. Pilots replace slideware, flows get visible. Standardization, roadmaps, pilots, and platforms align Europe and North America. 2011 to 2013, Germany. A concept becomes a coalition. Factories wire up. A semantic rack, stacked logic ready to speak to the enterprise. Zurich, ABB, robotics and power bundled as a service. ABB welding arms, orange sparks, white accuracy, constant uptime. Bosch builds software muscle. Code joins clamps in the toolkit. Robot stock climbs steeply since 2015. By 2022, China leads the world. Augsburg, KUKA, German precision at robotic speed. LBR Iwa, feather touch cobot that feels like a colleague. Foshan meets Augsburg. Medea buys KUKA to fuse markets with machines. Odense, universal robots. Cobots democratize automation for SMEs. UR10 feeds a CNC, safe, steady, and easy to retask. Oshino, Fanuc, yellow robots that quietly never quit. Twin-arm Fanuc, dexterity that mimics hands without fatigue. Austin, GE, a hardware giant goes software industrial. Predix dashboards, fleets of turbines, engines, and locos speak in data. 1% efficiency across global assets can unlock around $15 billion. Milwaukee, Rockwell. OT expertise embraces cloud-first thinking. Factory Talk OEE, downtime becomes a line item you can attack. Charlotte, Honeywell. Control rooms knit process plants into platforms. A wall of screens, alarms tamed, decisions accelerated, risk reduced. Osh Nexseed. 60,000 sensors whisper. The line listens. Prediction is the product. Uptime delivered by algorithms, not luck. Vélizy, Dassault Systèmes. Virtual twins prepare the real-world play. A virtual factory spans the screen. Simulate changeovers before metal moves. Nanjing, Escon. China's homegrown robots step into prime time. Eshtun Scaracel, fast pick, precise place, compact footprint. Shenyang, Siasun, national champions scale industrial automation. Siasun palletizing cell, steady, stack by stack, costs fall. 2018 to 2019, China. CapEx incentives. Local OEM surge. Foreign leaders localize. A multi-robot body shop welds choreographed sparks like metronomes. 2019. Priorities outrun scaling. Technology ready, operating models lag. Autonomous era. Asia and North America turn robots, data, and 5G into rhythm. North reading. Kiva. Mobile robots change the warehouse map. Absorbed into Amazon Robotics. A bold buy becomes a competitive moat. A Hercules under a pod. Goods glide to people, not the reverse. 2014. Goods-to-person densifies layouts. Algorithms cue the work. Sequoia's vision system sorts and stores up to 3/4 faster. Vulcan arms stow and pick at human speed, endlessly consistent. Blue Jay overhead. Coordinated arms assemble a skyborne line. Next-gen sites cut headcount roughly a quarter while throughput leaps. 5G deployment ramps 2019 to 2025. Devices explode, latency collapses. Fremont, Tesla, a car plant that codes and learns. Model 3 body robotics, dense, synchronized, fiercely fast. Shanghai, Tesla, software-heavy assembly at China speed. Shanghai's final line, minimal motion, maximum output per meter. Output climbs from about 245,000 to about 1.77 million vehicles. Siemens Sensei with generative AI, maintenance that talks back. From dashboards to dialogue, causes explained, fixes scheduled, spares queued. Rouet Malmaison, Schneider Electric. Sustainability meets autonomy. Eco-structured dashboards, energy and uptime optimized in one pane. Delmia Twins / changeover risk, simulate, schedule, and switch. Paris, Renault Group, compliance turns real-time and auditable. Blockchain console, provenance locked, partners aligned, disputes rare. Atlanta, the Home Depot, visibility becomes leverage with suppliers. Vendor portal on blockchain, shared truth shortens reconciliations. Pune, Tech Mahindra, IT services lean into factory floors. Honeywell plus Tech M reference architecture, faster paths from pilot to plant. Co-selling IT and OT cuts friction and shortens payback. Rockwell's MES Copilot, natural language guidance for complex lines. 2024 to 2025, China. A state fund primes robotics and AI for the long game. China becomes the first nation with more than 1 million robots at work. Reshoring math says 200 billion can return on total cost logic alone. 2025, cyber risk climbs. Legacy OT meets zero trust and constant drills. By 2025, half the workforce reskills. Oversight and troubleshooting become core. Autonomous era summary. Geopolitics shifts from labor to algorithms. Edge, 5G, and twins make autonomy practical. Winners scale pilots while laggards pay integration debt.